All right, this is classified as a challenging problem, so I'm going to write the answer down at the bottom, give myself a lot of room, and I'm going to work on the left side until it turns into the right side. So the first thing I'm going to do is, well, I can see that I want them written in terms of cosine, so I'm going to use the Pythagorean dealio. Remember, with that sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1, which means sine squared equals 1 minus cosine squared. So sine squared is really 1 minus cosine squared x. And this is really two of those, right? So this is really minus 1 minus sine squared, 1 minus cosine squared x squared. Does that make sense how I did that?
Mm-hmm.
Can you follow that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now let's do this right here. And remember, you can't just distribute that in, you have to actually write it out. So blue means it stayed the same from the previous, so this stays the same, minus, and now I'm going to FOIL that out, and the red is the thing that changed. So when I multiply that together, I'm going to get 1 minus 2 cosine squared x plus cosine to the 4th x.
Okay.
Do it to the side, do your foiling if you don't believe me, but you'll see that that actually did work that way. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is distribute this negative into the parentheses. See how I was careful using parentheses around that thing? Because that negative is really on the outside of it. So this is going to equal, again, blue is stuff that stayed the same, so I'm not messing with this first thing here. But now I'm going to distribute that negative in, so all the rest is going to change. So it's minus 1 plus 2 cosine squared x minus cosine to the 4th x. So now that I distribute the negatives in, now I can do some adding and subtracting of things. And you can see the 1 and the negative 1, they're going to cancel each other out, aren't they?
Yeah.
And you can see this and this.
Cancel each other out as well.
Not totally. One of them, right?
Yeah.
What's a negative 1 plus 2? It's positive 1, which is right there. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So this equals, so let's just start writing it. It's going to equal the cosine squared x minus cosine to the 4th x, because everything else is going to cancel out. So I actually didn't need all that space, and there's my answer.